Hi everyone. I just wanted to hop on and talk about this trilogy I just finished reading. The trilogy is called Remembrance of Earth's Past, and I'm a little late to the game on this. It's been out for a bit. Netflix has now done like part of it as a series. You may know it as the Three Body Problem. That's the first book in the trilogy. The second book is called Dark Forest, and then the last book is called Death's End. It's by the Chinese author Liu Shixin, and it is fantastic. If you like sci-fi, interested in astrophysics, aliens, all of that kind of stuff, go get this trilogy. You will not regret it. It is the best set of books I've read since Harry Potter, like a million years ago, when I first read that. If you've read this, and you loved it too, I need recommendations about what to read next, because I am very sad that this is over now and I need something to fill the gap. So if you have other recommendations, like in the vein of Remembrance of Earth's Past, drop it in the comments below, because I'm going to need something else to replace this now. If you haven't read it yet or watched the Netflix series and you're going to and don't want spoilers, go ahead and drop off this video now, because I'm about to talk. Look, am I the only one that Shang-Chi got on their nerves? Let me tell you. She was getting on my nerves so badly. I'm like, lady, just stay out of everything related to any sort of decisions related to humanity, because you're messing it up at every point. First of all, when she threw her hat in the ring to be a sword holder, big mistake. Even the Trisolarans said later that if she had not thrown her hat in the ring and Wade had gotten it, then humanity, their technology would have caught up and surpassed Trisolarus's before they reached Earth. But she had to throw her hat in the ring as soon as Luigi handed the power over to her. Bam! There was that strike. It was so fun taking over everything and whatnot. So that super made me mad. And then there was that part of it. And then when they jumped, her and AA, I think they jumped into the future. And Wade, she had given power of the Halo group to Wade. And so he was working on the curvature propulsion and was going to have to go to war with the government to be able to keep doing it. And she stopped him. Oh, made me mad again, because that ended up being the right answer for humanity. They needed the dark domain and to protect the solar system, and the only way to do that, as we find out at the end of Death's End, was to create like 1,000 or more spaceships that had curvature propulsion and could create the dark domain around the solar system. So there's the second time she messed up humanity. And let's just talk for a minute about how I feel she treated Yan Tianming. I still, for the life of me, have no idea why he loved her so much. I mean, they had very little interaction while he was alive and they were together on Earth. I mean, she was just pleasant to him, but he fell madly, in love with her. Gives her a star that ends up having habitable planets on it. And then the micro universe or mini universe, I forget what they call it, like at the end. I mean, I just don't get it. I do not get what she did to inspire that kind of love from such a great man. Because I'm a huge fan of Yan Tianming. I will never understand that dynamic there. And let's talk about towards the end of Death's End, where her and I think his name is Guanyan go to explore what the probe saw on the gray planet. Now, AA had already very clearly indicated interest in Guanyan. Why didn't Guanyan and AA go explore what happened at the gray planet? It's not like AA was some dummy. I mean, she was a brilliant scientist and businesswoman, and she had a backbone, in her own right. The two of them should have gone, and then they would have got trapped into death lines on the way back. But okay, because they were totally into each other. And then Shang Jin would have stayed on the blue planet, and Yan Tianming would have come back, and they could have had their happily ever after. It would have been one of those all's well that ends well situations. So, there was a time where she robbed herself and AA and Guanyan of happiness. So, clearly had a lot of feelings about Changxing and her actions in this book, and I pretty much would have done the opposite of everything she did, but I could go on and on. I absolutely loved this trilogy. Loved it. Like I said, if you've got some recommendations now that I finished this, some things I should check out next, absolutely drop in the comments, and I will be sure to check that out. But thank you for listening to my rant against Changxing, and go get the Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy. You won't regret it. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.